Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. We strongly recommend to stay on a sim as long as needed before you go live. There is a high risk in the future trading. All our videos are for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated trades or automated signal. As long as you are on a sim, we're not responsible to your trade. We are strictly here for an education purpose. Thank you. Normally we start at 10 o'clock and now it is 9:30. We are a little bit ahead of time. So we're gonna monitor this market right now and we will go ahead and start decide which direction we need to go in the market, and then we will share some of the auto trade with you, and we will on the left upper corner, this is the automated trading signal based on a 1 minute and a base on one contract. As an example, we had a buy order on the ES 3744.25, target 3773.50, 100 take base on one contract, YM 200 takes from the last entry signal, NASDAQ 524. On the right upper corner, this is and we use the blue charts for the swing trading. On the right upper corner, it is the scalper, and on the scalper, we use the white chart. At the moment, there is no trade. There is only one CL trade. We use a white chart, which you will see it a lot today. And this is where you notice the new signal come out, and then we start. The auto trade will take trades on the new signal. On the white chart here, it is the BBT I7, and also you're gonna see a lot of that today. And this one here is a total different automated trade, a total different strategy, and it is really this auto trade practically can take any market and at any time. And like the scalper, which I don't have any trades on the scalper. Actually, I do. I have one trade on the scalper. And on the scalper, this one here is a turn on, turn off base. Just close this one here. And I will open a nail today on the scalper. Nailed 5,000 in the morning session. The scalper nailed based on two contract nailed, and there is some now nailed 5,000, and there is a little bit of trouble on the scalper, which we will cover the scalper. ES, it is a TI7 auto trade, and we're getting there. So we have the DAX on the TI7, the gold ES, and this one here, the scalper. We'll cover that later on. We don't want to overload the screen. And are we missing anything? Yes, we do. We are. And We have the CL, just took a trade. I'm not sure about the CL. Just took a trade. And as you see from, let's put those on the side. And as we know, we have this is a new signal on the scalper ES on the right upper corner. This is where, if you know how this scalper, it is the difference between the scalpers from the market analyzer and the TI7 like this one. The TI7, you just turn it on, turn it off. The TI7, you can optimize it. This one here is combined. Traders like to fuzzle with the auto trade, and the auto trade is not completely loose in the market. You are controlling it. The auto trade is taking the trade, and it is, you can adjust the profit, you can adjust the trailing stops, and the whole idea here is a total different. The minute you catch a trend, you stay on it, and it was done for today. This is what it's built for. So there is the scalper for beginners. For an advanced trader, you can use this TI7. Actually, yesterday I count them. I had a meeting with somebody, and I count them. We have 8 different entry, and we have 8 different filters in there on the TI7, which you can make the TI7 go on a swing trading, scalping, 1 contract, 2 contract, 10 contract, whatever your blood can handle. And it is really, but we strongly advise you, do not over-immerse yourself with the market. And it is this one here, I mean, we don't have any more room, but this one here, it is for a guy know the market and break even, and then when the market goes to his direction, he can milk it. He can extend the target and manage it, and which in 2021 you cannot adjust auto trade. You're not on the latest high frequency. You don't have enough money. You don't have an inventory. So on the auto trading, and combining a human knowledge is silver bullet. Eyeball a chart and taking a trade. If you're not one of those older guys like me, for the newer guys, it's gonna be a long. It's gonna take a long time for you to learn the market, which I give up on that. So what? But when on that kind of an auto trade, you can have the auto trade set up the signal for you, enter the market for you, and as you see right now, the market analyzer here is firing a new signal. It is 9:39, and the market start going in the opposite direction, and this is exactly what we're waiting on. Once the market start taking direction, you're gonna grab it and try to milk that trade to stay on your direction, and if you see the market is in trouble, you just move your trailing stop above the fibs, and you minimize your losses on it. You don't, like this auto trade here, you don't just you are at the mercy of the trailing stop loss, and all this. But on the signal, which you can uh, take immediate action and decide if you wanted to take a trade, or you want to exit out of a trade. And also on my auto trade, when I'm trying on the TI7, there is a break even, of course, and there is a scalpers. I mean, there is a break even and a target and a trailing stop. But I'm a kind of guy, I like to keep having the option for me. But you can do it the opposite direction, a break even. So this is an example on the ES. I like to move my needle up and down, and I can say, okay, I can extend the target if I want to. And the way we have it separated, that you can use each one by one. Now, if we look at this one here, you can see there is a trailing stop on this one here. You can have an automatic stop on it. So there is two options where you can use a trailing stop. You can put it on 0 and let the system, and there is a reversal signal. Once the reversal signal fires, then you can do. It is nice when you have an auto trade. You can don't have limitation. You can do whatever the rules you want to set for that auto trade based on a trailing stop loss. If you wanted to move your trailing stop, that will be lovely. Personally, I don't like dummy trailing stops because why exit in a good trade when the market go into your favor? I don't get it. So I personally do not like trailing stop, a dummy trailing stop, 10 ticks and 15 ticks. This is a kid stuff. But for me, if I wanted to look at the ES and I wanted to be, you can leave the auto trade the way it is. You don't have to touch anything in it. But for me, this is what, look, the trailing stop is working, but it is way far from it. And because I need give room to this market to trade. And now we are on 27, and there we go. We are about to hit the target, and now it's 9:42. We are done for today on the ES. You cannot keep banging on the market all day long. And there we go. And it is done. Our job done for today within 15 minutes. And there we go. Target done right under your eye. 39.75 on the ES. 2 minutes, and we are done on that. So this is what is the beauty about it. Now we are done. Our job is done, and you should not be taking any more trades if I was you. But let's go ahead and bring the CL again here. Now we have more room. And the CL now, if you notice, I have a trailing stop, but what I like to do right now, because I don't trust the CL today, I just take this one here and put it on a break even, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. There is plenty of room. You can have a break even, and it is very important to know how you can manage your trailing stop loss. If the trailing stop too tight on your auto trade, that can cause a problem. You will never get swing trades when the market is trending like now. So now we are done with this one here. Let's bring the scalper. The scalper is based on a 15-second, and this is my favorite tools. And then it's going to our direction. Then what we do, we're gonna go ahead and break it even, and we can look at the blue chart to see a little bit deeper on that and decide if we. The whole idea here on the signal is for this guy. Maybe it's been trading but with no luck, and he needs support with an automatic entry and the system telling him where most likely you want to exit and all this. This is a perfect for him. For the guy like to auto trade 100%, fully auto trade 100%. He doesn't want to tangle with the market. The TI7. If you wanted you are just a beginner and you want to trade micro account to start a little bit at the time, the scalper is a perfect idea for a guy don't know what he's doing, and take a micro account to start with. Don't just dive into pile of mud in there if you don't know what you're doing, and then it will be a good training and a good way to get into the market based on the market account, micro account. Then if you screwed up somewhere, which everyone will screw up at the beginning, your losses is you can digest the losses on the Microsoft on the micro account than on a normal Emini. Anyway, to look at the swing trading right now, we have 1,570 ticks to the profit ticks, and all based on one tick. And you don't have to trade all of them. You can trade ES, Nasdaq, Dow Jones. You can skip the gold. You can skip the CL. You can skip the DAX. You can skip the Russell, whatever you want. But it is for you can use 3, and as you notice now, we are practically achieved what we need to achieve, and I don't see once you achieve your target, you should not go back to it, and you should stop immediately and leave it alone. This is my opinion. Be it sitting and try your luck one more time. Maybe once the market spike for one time a day, very rarely it's gonna spike 2 times a day. And as you see right now from the opening hours at 9:30, the ES went shoot up in the air and nailed 3,975. It's not going to spike again in 5 minutes. You have to be realistic on that matter. So we are done on that one, and the ES practically, it is done, and nothing can be done anymore on the ES until, and what we're going to move those charts a little bit, until this market starts changing direction to the short side. But on the long side, we are overdue. If we look at this chart here on the ES, it is a lovely, we put some indication. It does not require a brainer or an expert trader to see that. We have those 2 yellow lines. Those are the dead zone right there. And you have them on the other direction as well. If we look here on the ES, it is 1 minute. Once the market enter between the yellow lines, there is no more long trade. Even if you are auto trading, you can direct your auto trade to take a short trade. So it is very simple. When you look at the ES, has entered these 2 yellow lines, and it never fell. Once, I should not say never fell. Most of the time will never fail. But sometimes it might fail. In the market, everything can fail. And then once we enter this yellow line, as you see here, the fire reversal, those reversal are not a repaint reversal. Those reversal are, they stay in there, and the reversal start firing reversal, and then what happened, come in the ES to the double support area. And believe me or not, guys, this is where the retailers start getting into big pile of mud here, and this is the confusion of place, because I tell you it's very simple for that. Most of those guys, they are using momentum, MACDs, ATRs, and all this. By the time, if you see where we are, we have comprehend is a reversal, and you take a reversal. But then you have this double support area in here. It's not gonna just drop and cross those double support area. So this poor guy, by the time it goes to the reversal, he might take a short, and he did it right. But he skipped one thing. It's too early to take the short when you have a double support sitting waiting on you here. It's gonna take time to penetrate this, and then from that area to that area here right now, 3772 to 25, you should not even touch, and this is a really, there is a certain area on the chart, you should not even think about trading it. You have to wait till this market cross below those lines or above those lines, because what we are coming here, we have a double, every time you see double support or a double resistance, the market 9 out of 10 is gonna stop. 9 or 8 out of 10 is going to stop. So once you see this, you need to be careful, because of course we have a trend exhaustion here, but also it's too early to penetrate all this. So keep your eye on it, and we will see what happened. And now we have this YM trade, and we have missed out on this trade. To close is okay. On the YM, if you notice here, the YM, this is where the pullback came in to the trailing stop here. The trailing stop here, it is based on a fib line, and what we are going to do, we're gonna break even here, secure it, and leave it alone. Because if you notice how the YM went to exactly to our re-entry point, and what happened, this is the new system we are working on. If we have a re-entry, if you notice that we made we have not released this, guys, so don't Skype me right now. So if the market come back on the re-entry, it's gonna ignite a signal again to go ahead and go up in the market. So this is the newer system I was talking to the guys. Plus we have another automated trade we are working on, is the zone automated trade. So as we see here, this is your day and it's finished. So those auto trades, and if you notice on the YM, on an ES or anything, the market, the target keep chasing the market. Look, it keep chasing. If the market want to give more, the target go up, wants to grab as much as it want. If the market trend start dying out on you, the target to stay where it is, it does not move. This is a brilliant idea. We're the only one come out with this. Look, if you notice, look how what it does is doing on behalf of you. Like when you are trading, you do that maneuver, you're trying to grab more. And this is exactly, if we look at the YM, it's doing that for you. So so you don't need to look. And then if the market starts sinking in, it starts chasing the market, the target itself. And when the market going up, trying to grab as much as you can. Look at this. And this is what we're talking about coding, And you can see it's playing a cat and mouse between the trade and it's chasing the trade, and when the trade is coming closer, it's jumping and trying to grab more takes. This is where is your money. This one here is nice and lovely, and if you know how to optimize, you're doing fine. But for the guy who's been around for a quite time, I find it is a shame not to use his brain with it, and this one here can bring a really you are driving the system. The system is not driving by itself like this system here, and you can decide when you want to get off the trade, and you can decide how much profit you want to cut off that trade. And then once you are done with that trade, look, the market came back exactly to the fib. And the fib is your trailing stop. You see, this is extremely accurate because what it does is doing the fibs for you. And you don't have to look. So it is the trader call to say, I'm going to walk away with 1,500. I'm going to override the auto trade. I can start taking a profit. I can now I'm going to secure my maybe $1,000, and there we go. We secured 1,000, and it is over, and it is done, and everyone go home. So this is something, guys. It's not hard to do, and you don't need to be in a trading room for 1 year to learn it. It is when you combine an auto trade and a human brain, then you will have success. Or if you want to autopilot on like this, you have to accept the fact when you are autopiloting or auto trading, whatever. You have to accept the fact also there is an impact on the market movement. If the market is trending like this one here, within minutes we did the 3,975. But if the market is not trending, you're not going to get near to those numbers. If we buy a kilo potato for $10 and the price is not moving, it's going to stay $10, despite if we have daily target $5 more. But if the kilo potatoes stay for $10 and the price is not moving, I don't care what our wish is. The kilo potato staying on $10, then it's going to stay $10. There is no movement in the price to earn your money. So when the ES is not moving, even if we have a daily target, whether it's $500 or $5,000 a day, if the market not moving, your daily target become irrelevant to the whole trading. So when you are setting your daily target, it has to be more realistic that if the market move, we can extend the target or we can go for one more round. If the market is not moving, we try the best not to go into the red with the PNL and try to survive it without going into the red. So this way, when you spot a problem, you try to be light in the market and not to just go wall to wall with it. So what is the story right now behind the ES? As we see here, we have the fired, the trend exhausted. We have the two yellow lines. It's telling us it is over. And now the market is sinking right under our eyes. Now, by this time, your indicator, your auto trading start pointing to the short time, which is the opposite. There is a scalping short here. Yes, there is a scalping short here, and you can get some money out of it. But by this time, when to those guys they get frustrated, and sometimes they do everything right. You're not looking into the two lights. You are looking at the chart from one corner, and that's why you're missing the other part. As we see here on the ES, it's coming to the double support. Of course, we have an early warning for this market is going to reverse. It did, but the market is stuck on the double support, and it's giving you a warning from 950. Now it's 959. This is a lot of time for this market to stay on the same line, and it's telling you, I'm having a problem here. It does not require talent to see here. We have a problem. We have a support area, and the ES is not able to break that support area. And guess what? I was showing it to the German gentleman, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I don't know. I talked to a lot of people, and he's a Porsche engineer. and I was showing him this one here. This is, and he was very impressed with it. I mean, for a German Porsche engineer to be impressed with that, I find it a compliment. And if you see on this one here, this is your re-entry point. And if we look at this number here, it is a re-entry. The system is recalculating where is the re-entry chart, and this is a re-entry point. So the difference between you and this guy, by this now, his ATR, MACD's momentum, whatever, is pumping short, and he does it right, but he's missing the other puzzle where the other guys, they are aware of this fact, is not going short, is sitting here waiting on taking a long trade. And when I was showing this gentleman, it was right at this number on the ES, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones, and all of them respected that number and turned around. It was, I think it was on the short, I don't remember. But anyway, so if we notice those numbers, they're not just on the ES, they are, look at this, it's not an accident. Gentlemen, there is nothing is an accident in the trading. It's math, engineer. It is knowledge, you know. If we look at the NASDAQ, it's the same story, came into the re-entry point. And once we spot those details, life will be much easier on us to auto trade and to manage any type of an auto trade and this and find when we are in trouble in the market to stop. I mean, when you see problem, you need to stop. Like yesterday, the market. I was talking to some of the my colleagues. We've been together in the trading for many years, and there is some time yesterday. The market was going crazy with the takes. Immediately we stopped everything, and because the slippage become too much, and by the time you are receiving your data, by the time your auto trade reacting or your brain is reacting yesterday, it's too late. We are on a different level. So when you see the market is going berserk like yesterday, you need to push your brakes, because if you are scalping on an auto trade yesterday, what does that mean? Scalping. Scalping means 10 ticks, 5 ticks, 15 ticks. So yesterday the market going banana, going crazy. So you are facing 2 ticks of slippage to enter a scalping, and then you are exiting on 2 ticks or 3 ticks exit slippage. That's 5 ticks plus commission. You're smoking out all your profit, and you're going into circle, and you will be lucky. I mean, yesterday I saw the scalper taking a trade immediately down $150 by just go into the market, and that was the slippage. And guess what? We had some people yesterday, they fall right into it, and they did not recognize how fast the market was, and they wanted to scalp. You do not scalp on the opening hours. You scalp at 10 o'clock when the market is start finding a direction. You scalp before 9:30, or you scalp after 10 o'clock. You scalp in the morning when the market is calm, so you will not face slippage and lagging. Because also, it's not just Ninja Trader platform, any platform. When you're having 20, 30, 40 charts on your computer, millions of data coming in, and the market going fast, you can see your computer Even if you have a 64 gigabyte, it's much better than the guy is going on a bicycle, 16 gigabyte, but still there is lagging when the market goes fast. There is some lagging happen on any platform. Plus your slippage, you're looking for trouble. So, gentlemen, please try to learn the basic knowledge, and the most important is when you smell a trouble in the market, leave it alone. Right now on the ES, there is no trouble. It did exactly what happened. It came in on a double support. We have the re-entry point, and from the re-entry point coming straight out to the 3801.75, straight out. Profit taken on target 3, 3805.50, and kiss this ES goodbye for today from now to 12 o'clock. There is nothing we can do at 10:06 on the ES. There is whoever took a trade at 9:30, he did it, and the guy is sitting right now trying to take a trade. Good luck. He's not gonna find any trade. His risk is gonna be much higher than the guy at 9:30. I don't know how to put it politely. I'm not a polite guy, but I mean, your risk is a way above. Yeah, let's keep it as is. I don't want to get into it. And so right now we have the projection at 3801.25, target 3. It is an institutional number. And if we are able to survive the 3801, this area here is no longer allowed to take a long trade. And then this is a profit taken, and there is nothing left on the ES to take a trade. Now, if there is a guy coming in taking a long trade here, he might be able to make 10, 15 ticks, but there is nothing to chew on here anymore. Nothing. And that it is very important for a guy, let's say, if waking up late and coming in, and now he wanted to trade the ES. There is nothing left. What is left is crumbs on the table. There is nothing. The trend is done. The spike of this morning, it was at 9:30 on the ES. It was done. We have seen it, how the market just took off, and now we are on going to sleep on the ES. It's finished. So this is very important when you come in the morning to kick the tires, go around, change the oil. When you go on a car on a long trip, that's what you do. Before you start your auto trade in the morning, or you want to trade, kick the tires, look at the chart, like what I said on Tuesday. Look at the chart for 5 minutes, see what's going on. Try to be calm. If you have somebody negative around you, kick him out. Close your door and look at this chart alone. And look at this chart, see how this bar is moving before you decide to go live, before you start auto trading, before you do anything. Kick the tires, go around and see how is the ES trending, how is the NASDAQ trending, how is the YM. The YM is irrelevant, follow the ES. But the most important is how the ES running. And as you see, the market analyzer was all in green, and we crossed over 1500 take. And now, if you can see, it's become, there is a heavy mix in the market, even on a 15-second. Half of it is in red, the other half is in the green. It's not the auto trade, it's not Ninja Trader, it is the driver sitting and cannot see there is a chops in the market right now, and the market is sideways, and whoever took the bread off the table, he did, and now what is left is nothing but crumbs, So, and now the trades are becoming very high risk, and this market is gonna keep going back and forth, hitting target 3, and it is done for today, from now to 12 o'clock, not unless if there is some news is gonna spike from now to 12 o'clock, but it is dead. It's finished. There is nothing you can pick up here. Even if you want to auto trade, doesn't matter where this auto trade come from, there is not much left in here. You gotta stand by, or if you are an advanced trader with a light hands with the mouth, you can start scalping between here and here. You can start scalping between 38.89. When it hit here, you take a profit, then you scalp short, and then you take a few ticks in here and there. If you are light-handed, you can do that. But if you're like me, slow-minded, maybe you don't want to do that, you know. So I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I'm trying to say that some people are light-handed, some people are not. My son is very light-handed. For me, I want to think about it. So, but for scalping, this is an excellent place to scalp. Close a profit in here, take short, take a profit in here. That's all what we have on the ES right now, from here to here, and from here to here. That's it. There is nothing left. We will stay quiet a little bit, and we will wait on the market to give us direction, and we will wait till maybe we will have a short trade somewhere, and we will. But right now there is no short trade on the ES. There is only pullback, re-entry on the SIM. Of course, we're not responsible for your trade. Pullback, re-entry, pullback, re-entry, pullback, re-entry. This is the only trades we have. Pullback, re-entry, long, of course, not short. And from that area here, you go short, scalping, not swing trading, scalping right now. Things can change from 1 minute to another. So I'm going to stay quiet a little bit, and when I see something, I'll let you know. Thank you. We have thank you, Jaramillo. It is. I have also. I have a new guy. He's a very impressive guy, as well. Let's see, where are we here? Thank you, sir. We have a guy. This guy did some serious trade. Also, I have Mark. He's a smart fellow. He is. We have a gentleman by name. I will not say his last name, respect to his privacy. But that guy, it's like he walked into a buffet table and the second day, this is the guy. It is, sometimes you get some guys. They are really clever and they are very well trained, and okay, thank you for your compliment, sir. And there is another guy here. His name Mark. He started. I think 2 days ago with us, 2 or 3 days ago. I don't remember. We talked to a lot of people, and that's his comment. 12,000 today. Paid for your program on the first day trading. Thank you so much. And then this guy was asking me about some other technical stuff, but that guy is like you put him on a buffet table when he came. I mean, I didn't think of it, but this guy is like it's like a hungry guy, and you put him on a buffet table, and that guy is trying to swallow the whole system in 2 days, and he's very good, and that is very impressive. I mean, sometimes you get very impressive. They really wanted to. That's what it is. They are really determined to become a trader, and that it is determination, and they've been around. Every trader, they have got their finger burned before. Trust me. Nobody came from his mother womb know everything. Trust me. We all got burned, and many times. One time I went my hair to sleep. My hair was light brown. I woke up in the morning, half of it was white. I'm honest. Yeah, it was half of it white the second day. I had a really rough overmerged myself in the stock, and it was a nightmare. But anyway, I woke up in the morning, half of my head was white. And we all have been through hell in the market. I mean, there is nothing new, but sometimes you get people are very determined, and this is impresses me, and this guy Mark, it is like the more you give him, the more he say give me more, and that it is, and he knows what he's doing. You don't have to babysit him day and night, and I have the email. Maybe I will show it to my members. I have a guy emergency call, woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. He said that my Autotrade is taking a trade and it's not stopping to the live market. And then that freaks me out, And then I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I mean, the guy is like desperate. It was an emergency. Then I came in, and guess what? I mean, we don't install NinjaTrader 7 anymore. Turned out this guy, he had some kind, I don't want to talk about it, somebody else Autotrade live on sim before, and he turned it live. But he was looking at our system on NT8, and he had some other system on NT7. He forgot all about it, and he turned out the Autotrade for another guy's Autotrade. And after screaming and yelling, "Oh, I'm sorry, I did not know that my NT7 was on." Okay, thank you. Now you just woke me up at 4 o'clock morning. Go and make coffee at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, I mean, for a guy cannot tell if he's auto trading on NT7 and he don't know how to close position. You should not go live, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not know I have the NT7 on. Oh, okay. And it's not even our system. Okay, thank you. Why didn't you wake the other guy up? At 4 o'clock morning. Anyway, so we have the gold going fine, and we have the ES going fine, and we have, I mean, when the market is going, the market is going. There is nothing we can do. And this is what I like, guys, for the guys they are determined. This is a nice auto trade, of course, the TI7. But this is here, you can say, I'm going to take a chop of this. I want to take a chop of that. I want to put this one here. I determine what I want to make money. I determine if I wanted to stay all the way here. I determine if I want to extend my target. You are controlling that auto trade. In here, you're not controlling nothing. Which we gave you a button to control a closed position, open position. And we used to have a reverse position. We had to move it away because some people got confused with it. But we had on the institutional reverse position, but we disarm it anyway. So on that kind of trade, guys, you can cut your own profit, and that it is very good. It's a little bit. We need to learn the market on this one here. We need to learn. Not much, but we need to learn how the market behave, how the market move, and the rest is up to you what you do with it. We're just tool provider here. We don't do miracle, guys. We don't do miracle. We are just a tool provider, and I cannot promise you anything except if you work hard, it pay off. If you don't want to work hard in the market, it will never pay you off, never. So that's the only promise I have. The more you work with the market, the more education, the more information, the more you have more probability to survive. Less education, you don't know what you're doing. You hardly have any money to trade. I don't see any way out. So right now, we took one of the trades out on the gold. And then we can take this one here, secure a little bit more profit. This is how you can maximize your profit. And then the rest is up to you, what you want to do with it. But if we notice on the ES, coming to the fib line, what did we say 10 minutes ago? Go back to the video. Whatever we say, 8 out of 10 happened. What did we say? Once we hit this number here, go back to the video, confirm what I have said. We're going to go to target 3, profit taken on target 3, and it is it, and then it's short. Go back to the video 10 minutes ago, and we nailed it by the take. Where is this market going? When you are trading the future, it's not what happened in the past. When you are trading the future, it's predicting what is the next move. We predicted to the tick. Go back to the video. The market is going down to this area here, 2789. And there is a probability from that area going back up again. So for this guy is waving with his ATR and MACDs, and now you start getting a negative signal, and you want to jump on the wagon or your auto trade, if your auto trade based on an ATR or a MACD now is in the short trade, you're happy, you're making a couple ticks here and there, but in the reality, while you are taking short, the other big boys are sitting here waiting on a re-enter the market right here. So this is the difference between a guy know what's going on in the market, or the guy is following the indicators and the indicators are just following the market. Target 3 hit, profit taken without any question. It is over. And we told you, once you hit this one here, it is over from now to 12 o'clock. The market is dropping to this area here, 89.25. And if you are in the short, don't expect anything below that number. And when the market goes back here, it's going to go back and retest the 38.01. Watch it. Watch it. You will see it. So you have some people pay millions of dollars to just gain milliseconds in the market, to put a cable from one country to another, from one state to another. So for a future trader, we can see not just seconds ahead of time, we can see minutes ahead of time. Most of the time we can predict what is going to happen. We cannot predict 100 out of 100, but we can predict 8 out of 10. And then once we know how to predict, then when the other guy is taking a short, we are going to go long in here, in this area somewhere here, 3790. So actually we are going the opposite of this guy, using an ATR and a MACD and a Renko bar and God knows what, he got out of the junkyard, so there is no short, even if your indicator is pointing short, because the indicators are following the market blindly, They're all moving averages. When you go below moving average, they're going to say short. Or you're going to have a red color bar. Big deal. So there is no short. There is a pullback re-entry. And nothing is going to happen above 3806.75 from now to 12 o'clock. Not unless if there is some kind of news going to spike the market. Watch this maneuver here. See where is my crosser. Look at the ES and see where this ES going. It's going exactly to this area, and from that area we are going to pull back re-entry. Let me clear out all this mess here and let you look at it. Look at it. You and I, we're gonna look at where this market going. Here is the area where the market is going to turn around, right there. Right here. Right there. Somewhere around there, plus minus couple ticks. But this is the area where the market is going to turn around and go long again. Right here. We will watch it. Let's look at this market where it's going. It's Ponton signal short. Sellers. When it's blinking, it's seller. Look at this, baby. What happened, folks? Just tell me what happened. Just tell me what happened. Welcome to trading. That's all what I want to say. Welcome to trading. It came in exactly to the re-entry point, which we have covered half an hour ago. So this poor guy, when he has using the ATR and the MACDs on top of it to be blind more, he go ahead and add a Renko bar. So now he's fully blinded. And then you go back and then When he's going short, you're going long. When you're going long, he's going short, guaranteed. So the market is stopped right there. Then the next stop is right here. Once the market go below 37.85, turn off your computer. It's done. Buy a flower to your wife. Do something. But it's done. From now to 12 o'clock, go enjoy your food somewhere. Better than to be miserable sitting behind a chart and get depressed. Because it can depress you right now when the market, if it's the market gonna start going below this number here, 37.87.25, there is not even things to look at anymore. And as we see, exactly where we have expected, this is where the ES sitting and dancing around. Finished. Okay, I'll stay quiet. Thank you. Be careful now. The market is still steady on the 279350 where it says this line. You see that? And if we want to measure what is the next move, you look at the left corner here, and then we included 6 different time frame, measuring the short time and measuring the long term. And we can indicate where is the sellers and the buyers actually happening. If we monitor this, you can see right now the buyers start exceeding the sellers. So the small details is around the chart, and it is telling you when we get into critical area like this, you can probably, you don't need to be fib wizard to calculate, because it does it itself. But you can immediately spot if we are able to cross that wall, to break that wall or not. And that it is going to make a turning point in your trading or auto trading, or if you are trading that kind of auto trade like what we showed you on the scalper, then it can determine maybe you need to take a profit or you don't. So as always, a pilot rely on his instruments at night to land an aircraft. So without those instruments and trusting those instruments, he will end up landing in the water. So your instruments on the chart has to be reliable, and not just a MACDs and ATR and a Renko bar and all this. You have to have a reliable instruments to give you vision where this market, the probability where is this market going, because we cannot predict the future 10 out of 10, but at least we can predict what most likely is going to happen in the market. We evaluate and then we take action. This is the proper perspective when you call yourself a trader, future, not past tense, future trader. That means your job is to predict the future, not a Renko bar. How many of you can see somebody is using Renko bar for a living? Those big boys are not using Renko bar, trust me. So you are looking on one valley and they are looking on a different valley. They are using 15 minutes chart. They are using 30 minutes chart. And to be blinded more, you're just using MACDs, ATRs, and a Renko bar. And guess what? You're not going to get off anywhere. You're sitting on the red light with a Pinto, and there is a guy with a Ferrari right next to you, and you want to smoke him out. You're not going to smoke him out. You have a Pinto. You don't have a Ferrari like him. So you need to snap out of this Pinto indicators and start getting, not the indicators, is evaluate. You need, whatever the system you want to buy out there is fine. But what you need to do, evaluate where is the next move. That's how you evaluate anything you want to purchase in the trading industry. If this system, not because have an indicator or a Renko bar, if this system can have a prediction, give me the momentum, the pressure in the tires to see where is the buyers and the sellers, all those junk indicators, they come in one indicator, understand what is the institutional target today, and which it did today, is finished. And what is the high time frame doing? Stand using 20 different charts to understand the high time frame. We have one dot here is telling you the high time frame, the 15 minutes and the 30 minutes are in the green. And then, as we see here, from that time, 10:29, now is 10:40, is telling you the same story. It's telling you the same story. I'm having a problem, and he's gonna come to worse problem in this area here. Why? Because right now we are going into big pile of mud in here, to put it politely on a YouTube. We are you have to be Houdini in order for you to get out of this mess hole here. And that area here, whether you are auto trading, manual trading, voodoo trading, whatever you want to call it, you will not survive in that area trading the ES. You will not survive, because you cannot predict anymore. You cannot predict anymore which line is going to hold anymore. You have a bunch of fibs. We have our trailing stops. We have also on the side some other measurement, and it is God knows where it's going to take us here. So for the ES trader, I don't know which line in here is going to turn around and a blow in your face when you are trading. So there is a certain area on the chart, whether you are using 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, there is a certain area on the chart is not tradable. And it is very simple if we want to simplify the trade. If we look at the bigger picture, between that line and the bars, the farther the bars away from that line, the stronger the trend is. Then we came into the end of it right there, and you can see, I don't want to do any drawing because with the YouTube right now, everything, all the charts might collapse on me like we all experience. So I don't want to collapse all the charts, all of a sudden they're all folded. But if we look, the market was trending, the farther is from the bar, the stronger the trend. And then what happened, the market come and broke that trend, and it is over. The party is over. And especially for the gentleman wanna auto trade, when he sees things like this, he should know better to push brakes on any kind of auto trade. Maybe on your small scalper like the one we have, might survive a couple of trades. But this area here is not tradable anymore. And this is the worst nightmare for a trader when he cannot read when is tradable and when is not. And this is does not require many months in a trading room and pay anyone money. What you need is just try to develop, guys. This is the best way. Try to develop your own, get to have the knowledge about the market, and then try to develop your own style. You cannot download somebody else's style on a hard disk and ship it to you. And try to learn that. That will really pay you off. And then when you are trading, you can start trading comfortably. So what we have said, once the market go below that number, there's nothing. Might as well go ahead and turn off your computer and go for a nice lunch. And it is exactly what happened in here. It's not tradable, the ES, whatsoever. You can find alternative. There is always some doors open on a different instruments, and you start getting and snoop around and try to see what is still we can take a bite out of something else. As we see right now here on the Russell, we can take it wherever we want to take it and secure some of the profit. We can look at the CL. We can see the NASDAQ if there is anything important to take. But you can always snoop around the instruments, CL, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, ES, Russell, 30-year Treasury bond. You always can find sometimes doors open. But as an ES trader, only ES trader, as you see here, like what we have talked about, we don't know which bar is going to make this market turn around any longer. And once we are in the confusion area, like what we have, we don't know if it's going to hold in here or in here or in here anymore. So when you have this confusion area here, and as you see right now is all confusion here, we don't know any longer what is, because they got closer to each other. Once the fibs start getting closer to each other, that means it's getting tighter and tighter, and there is no more trend. So when there is no more trend, there is no more trading, whether you are a manual trader or an auto trader. There is no more trade. You're buying a kilo potato on $10 and it's staying on $10. There is no movement in the price. And this is not a movement in the price for you to start taking a risk. As I have said before, ignoring what the market is telling you, and you make a mistake by $200 a day, one losing trade, that's $50,000 a year mistake. This is serious mistakes. And you cannot ignore mistakes. It's not allowed to have mistakes, and we all make mistakes. But at least we have to have vision to see what is tradable or not. $200 a day mistake, that's a little over $50,000 a year. This is a serious mistake. So the $200 a day, don't say, oh, it's nothing. I have $5,000 in the account. Tomorrow I will get it back. You're not getting it back if you're not reading the charts. You're not. You're just going to lose another 200, another 200 until you're smoked out. So please, guys, no matter what system you have, try to 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, turn on the minute chart. None of those, banana charts, the line break and the rank. We have a rank bar too, but we use the rank bar for a reversal. We do have a rank bar, and we can put it the rank bar. Looks nice, but this is not about rank bar. It's just turn on your 1 minute chart. Try to, whatever your favorite indicator you collected during those years, try to look at the bar movement and trying to guess where this bar is going. Day after day, you will develop. You don't need to pay anyone, guys. If I'm telling you to come to my trading room and pay me money, I can see there is something in there hidden. What I'm telling you is, whatever indicator you have, look at your chart for 5 minutes a day, trying to predict the bar, where it's going. What you are doing, you are practicing in your head to let your eye get used to the chart's movement. And this is a free. You can do it by yourself. You don't need to pay. You don't need to pay anyone to learn that. And a little basic knowledge, and then develop your own skill. This is the healthiest one if you are really thinking, changing direction in your life. And when you are determined, of course, you can do it. Any person, when he's determined, does not require for somebody to be smart, or required for somebody to have patient, disciplined, not being aggressive. You will make it. So don't be encouraged about looking at the chart. It's the opposite. You should look at the chart and gain. Let your eye get used to the prediction in the market, because you are a future trader. Future trader, not past trader. What happened in the past in here, what we have covered in here, is in the past, is irrelevant. It's no longer valid. I don't remember a couple, 3 days ago, I was sharing my screen with someone, and he want to see the 930 NASDAQ, and I was not comfortable with that, because I don't want to look backward. I want to look forward. This is a wrong thinking. What happened at 930, it happened, it's gone. Now what happened in here, and now it's 1050. This is what happened in here. Is the future trading is based on the first bar on the chart only. Not here, not here, and not here. The first bar on the chart, that's what it is matter. To predict where this bar is going and where most likely is going to turn around, that it is a future trading. Not here, and not here, and not here. It's gone. It's finished. It's a history. Live with it. You made money. You made money. You didn't make money. You live another day to make money. The problem is, we have talked about it half an hour. Target 3 hit. This is the institutional numbers. Profit taken. It was profit taken on target 3, and that is the end of the line. And all what you see here is nothing. It's just a small crumbs on the table. 5 ticks here and 10 ticks there. And those are the worst nightmare when you start trading for 5 ticks. If you're not a good scalper, light-handed with your mouth, it's not even worth it to get aggravated over 5 ticks and 10 ticks. I prefer to stay away and not get pissed off with a losing trade because I didn't read the charts well. As we see, target 3 came in and a profit taken. This is the same thing what we have said. And this happened here. Target 3, profit taken, and nothing is going to happen from now to 12 o'clock, and nothing is going to happen. So it's finished. So trading the ES is done. Whether you are auto trading is not, whether this auto trade from us or somebody else, it's become irrelevant to your auto trade to the ES. It's no longer valid to auto trade in ES. Whether it is auto trade from us or somebody else. I don't want to protect anybody else auto trade either. But it has become invalid auto trading. You're out of date, or you're not valid anymore. As a trader, you want to go ahead and auto trade ES right now. You're not valid. You don't understand what the market is telling you. So this is a really important, guys. Really, really, really important. Before you invest any money in the market, knowledge. You don't have time for knowledge. If you don't have time for knowledge, skip it. Skip it. I strongly advise you to skip this whole thing. If you don't have time for knowledge, skip the whole puzzle here, because it will not be good for you if you don't have any experience reading the charts. If you want to auto trade on the ES here, you're gonna lose money. And if you don't have time to read the market, skip the whole 9 yards. That will solve a lot of aggravation, and you keep your money in your wallet. You don't need to trade. Once in your lifetime you have time to sit down behind the screen, then come back and trade. But if you don't have time to learn, I will not advise you to go any further than what you are in this mess, and pull off your money, or come back when you have a free time. Really, honestly, got through. This is the way how I feel about it, and take it as a big brother. I'm not your enemy anyway, so. Right now we only have a CL valid. The Nasdaq is finished. YM finished. I don't see any trades, and the market is finished. We're gonna stay a little bit longer, just to see if I can help you with the ES. If I see any changes on the ES, we will let you know. But from now on, I'm gonna stay quiet. Thank you. To our traders, be careful with the Nasdaq. There is a double resistance target right there, and now we're falling back. So be careful on the Nasdaq. The target is 13298.25. Dense, and let's see if it's able to cross the double resistance. We're gonna break even on the gold. For the Russell traders, we are going back and forth on the same line. Look at this. Back and forth, back and forth. Scalping, back and forth on the same line. You see how accurate? Beautiful. Very clean, very accurate. So you can make a decision. I want to close this one. Closing the Nasdaq at 281.75.